for Udayadiyavarman. Hey, that's not that bad. Udayadiyavarman, the first. This will have to be the last one for today, yeah. I've been live for 23 hours. And whatever time is left, I'll play a quick Titanic 101 or talk my way through it, we'll see. Unfortunate Bandicoot versus Zawisa the Black for some reason, and why the names have switched up, I wouldn't know. But we have Udayadiyavarman versus Zawisa the Black here on Arabia. Hidden Cup Arabia, that is, and the difference is that there's some neutral hunt across the map, some extra goals, and maybe smaller but more hills around the area here. So Slavs Lithuanians here. I'm unable to type the yellow player's name. Yeah, Udayadiyavarman, the first. That has to be some kind of Indian hero name or something if I'm going to make a guess here. It's a battle of potentially scouts here because Slavs have a great farming economy. Some of the best farmers in the game with their faster work rate. Whereas Lithuanians start with plus 150 food and have a very smooth and nice scouts opening. Born in a nice spot there for the yellow player. 0 idleness time for both here so far. But Udayadiyavarman already forward here. He's gonna snipe a villager. Definitely not, because Scout is about to be eaten by Zawisa the Black's TC here, and types the 11, takes it with a smile. Hey, I found you, you know. Great start. Great start for the yellow player. Hornet says no. They're having a laugh about it, which is nice. Barracks going up for the Slavs here at 15 pop, 15-ish pops. That's going to be a rush here from the Slavs. It shouldn't be coming pre-mill rush at that, by the way. The mill isn't up yet for Zawisa the Black. Yellow won't know what's coming due to having lost the scout. But there are some houses here in towards the TC to maybe fend off the aggression here. 20 seconds idle TC for Slavs behind this. So seems to have some food struggles here. Some nice chat here. Hero shit. It's like lag for you, my scout is evidence you Antarctica server. Okay, go. Lithuanians with a drush here as well. And being Lithuanians who started that extra food, you could essentially instant drush if you want to. But Udayadiyavarman definitely beating Slavs to hit here. Zawisa the Black doesn't seem too offset by the situation here though, and reacts with some smooth quick walls here. To move forward and hope to deal some counter damage here. Nice quick wall on the woodline. I still don't have these small trees. I need to fix that. And let's see for the counter attack here. Looks like the blue player will be eating TC Fire here. And so Udayadiyavarman was eaten by blue TC, the scouts that is. While Zawisa the black here. Doesn't get a great value from the initial rush, to say the least. In a way, you could say that about Lithuanians forward as well. Only 2 militia, not taking any extra gold to move forward here, and wait, what? Did I just hear a villager? No. Sounded like a villager died when the walls died there. The militia still forward here for Udayadiyavarman though, and will be pounding away at the still Dark Age walls here, with the few militia about to kick in for the Lithuanians here, likely to be followed up with the archers, maybe, with the gold investment here. I was going to say the scouts because of the food here, but looking at the wood situation, this could be double range archers. Or single range, however you want it. What server we? Oh, trying to emulate Fat Dragon here with only caps. What server we? East? Oh. Well, let's take an opportunity to check a bit on scouting here. The interrupt still being annoying here, and Zawisa Black says this is enough for me. I'll pull my villagers back and not go re-wall this section again. Preemptive tower on the main gold, and dropping rage in the back here. Preparing for an archer's response against Zavisa's double range with Lithuanians here. And I guess that's the end of it. Or are we crashing again? 40 minutes in. At least the stream isn't crashing. Let's give it another go. Lithuanians are better if you can snatch relics ASAP. Still, Slavs have a better eco bonus though. Alright, so the game crashed and couldn't be restored, and the players decided to give the win to Udayadiyavarman for the first game. Which basically means that the next set then should be the home map of Zawisa the Black. And we'll just count A10 for the yellow player first. Let's find capture reach again, because I really want to use that for the business of casting. And yet again we have islands. We'll consider the win for Udayadiyavarman. Yeah, almost got it. Mods still not operative. At this point I might just keep them on, but please remind me before the next cast. Or the next game, ideally. So we have islands again. Italians versus Celts. Are we going to see some Huang Islands play here? United Nations loves islands. Yes, indeed. We seem to do so. Hey, Moin. Yeah, I withdrew because it felt like I looking at my elo, I've been improving past the 1350 max. That was the maximum for that cup. Any chance we can have islands added to the Nomad tourney? I do have any Nomad Islands map, actually, Beowulf, but that's... I've decided not to. Moin, I'm not sure where to pick up any tips on Nomad starts, honestly. There have been some... Yeah, the previous tournament, of course. I'm not sure if... I think Moin was around for some of them. But to see some of them. But yeah, there's should be lots on my YouTube named Nomad. Could be a place to start. But the overall rule of thumb is, of course, to place your T's near a woodline, get going. On regular Nomad, you need to drop the dock straight away, of course. But for African clearing, the players have found out that it's much better to drop the town center on the shorefish and not directly on the woodline. Most players prefer the shorefish because that boosts your start and your food very much. So, islands again. Italians versus Celts. You could say that Celts might be underestimated for water maps. Yeah, Bedouins is basically African clearing that was in the African clearing that was in the map pool. Because Celts with their faster chopping of wood might have an easier time sustaining fish production or naval ships production. Because of that wood income, we'll see that with 5 on wood for Zawisa the Black with the Celts here, the wood count is was for a moment there higher than that of Udayadiyavarman. Yellow player Udayadiyavarman with the forward dock here though, indicating early aggression, probably the fire galleys, whereas Celts in the back here could be indicative of a landing play, or even straight galleys play, but we'll see. Doesn't have to mean anything. It's definitely safer to fish on the backside. Italians, 1 dock. Celts, 1 dock. Fuel age all the way for the Italians here, though. Slumber camp. Not a massive difference here, but it seems like to be like a half a minute lead for Udayadiyavarman into the fuel age here, and impressively so given the idle TC time behind this. Obviously going up at less population than Zawisa the Black here, who might actually have a fast castle approach in mind here to make a landing and just go full Huang madness on Udayadiyavarman's island here. Deciding my composition is sometimes hard against some players because I can't see what they are really going to go with. The rush means nothing, only on really weaker player to just rush to damage. I couldn't disagree more nuts. Rush seems to be strong on any level, and especially strong on lower levels, weak players. It's a reason why the most of the pros go Rush Fast Castle on Arabia, depending on the map of course, but... Hotkey, Hera confirmed. The galleys are out for Udayadiyavarman here. 2 dogs playing it fairly standard islands here, whereas Zawisa the Black is with the transport ship in the back here, Scout and 3 villagers. Is Zawisa the Black going to take the long way around here, or is going to run right into the... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Ah! Ah! It's Celts. You'd expect Celts to maybe go for the landing. But to spot it right then there, that's either incredible luck or very good game sense from Zawisa the Black. Here comes the landing. Walls already fully in place. Yeah, Udayadiyavarman was expecting this landing. Look at these small compact walls here to keep the aggression out. And Zawisa the Black goes for a stable here with landing. And what's that gonna do? What's that gonna do? So a dock in the back and a later uptime. That can sometimes mean that the opposing player needs to go for land. The civilization itself can be an indication as well. Celt's not the obvious island civ. And this is just full on Huang on islands from Zawisa the Black here. Stable. Siege Workshop, Monastery, whereas Udayadiyavarman has been investing into feudal age aggression, but now does have the food and gold to go up here, only missing the 2 buildings required to go up, the blacksmith market, for example. So let's see how Yellow responds to this landing business from the Celts. The Celts usually means, could often mean long style push here. The missing building might cost the game so much earlier in cast. Yeah, absolutely. The resources for Cast Age has been here for a long while, but now with Cast Age and the Cast Age units on the field here for Zawisa the Black, the stable and the market. Finally goes up. Taking time to get Loom, of course, before Cast Age as well. It's a good call, because you risk losing lots of villagers otherwise. But yikes. Is he attacking with villagers? Yeah. If you want blue, then yes. Yeah, feels risky to fight the villagers. Can't really afford to lose your landing villagers when we're all in pushing like this, because there's chances are that you will never make a re-landing. But still 1 minute to go to the cast stage here for Udayadiyavarman. One stable gets denied here. That's lots of wood. Lots of wood down the drain for Udayadiyavarman there. Collecting gold in the back here. But what's going to be the response to triple mangonels, quadruple knights and monks here? I think yellow makes it to the cast stage here, but this is just barely so. Just barely. Another mangonel joining in, the knights running in as well. Cast stage will kick in, but it's not like we're going to see a defensive castle from Udayadiyavarman anytime soon. This TC goes down. Oh, that's so close! That's so close! GFG. Good fucking game. Oh, freaking hotkins. Quick look at the stats here. And yeah, stats shouldn't be too exciting here. Celts with actually surprisingly more resources in here. 1043 feudal age, 1115 for Zawisa back, but pulse of the past cast 1457. That's pretty impressive, no matter how we look at it. And finally, society score 32 to 31 villagers. Nothing too significant there. We'll be going to Udayadiyavarman's home map in the end. And before that, I'm gonna fix my mods. Or the few I have anyway. No snow. Small trees. GFG. Yeah, the uptime is lying. I've been live for 23 hours, 31 minutes. No. 23 hours, 29 minutes. But I had a crash. So I pretty much hate the fact that that happened for the uptime calculation. But I have witnesses here that I have been around. So it should be alright. Yeah, I'm GMT +2. Game 3. Wait, what? What happened here again? I need to... Am I messing up the scores here again? Or what's going on here? Ugh, let me read those messages again. Yeah, the last game here is Arabian. That's probably the... We're going to Gold Rush. Oi, oi, oi. One last half hour. Oh, that's why I removed the games I already casted, so I don't need to think about this. Last 30 minutes, indeed. Um, just waiting for game. Guess what? Capturation game is already running. But you do not sound too tired. It's more the mind than the rest of the body, maybe. Gold Rush. Clock is ticking. And third game. This wasn't in the playing order. I don't think this was the third game, actually. But let's go for it. Zawisa the Black seems to already be on a laming spree here after finding the first two elephants and a glimpse of the sheep. So this is going to be a laming run, I think. Udayadiyavarman with the scout on point at home, though. A little bit lucky of Zawisa the Black to find the exact spot here immediately as well. That is not always a certain case on Gold Rush. Three sheep, no less, being sniped by Zawisa the Black here. Unfortunate Bandicoot or Udayadiyavarman, depending how you look at it. Towards the 11 will be chasing here to reclaim the sheep, but that's some valuable scouting time going down already. Elephants are in the back, so that's probably not worth the risk for Zawisa the Black to try and claim those. Well, you'd argue that the objective has been met here for Zawisa the Black, though, to find the enemy location and return home with a bonus sheep as well. What? Wait. Right back at you. That's what you get for laming. You get one sheep. You take one sheep. I take two sheep. They're gonna take the long way around here. Uh-oh. Is that a snipe? Oh no, don't sacrifice the scout again. Elephant goes boom. Blue, where you at? There's the scout. So that was Blue's own elephant. Talk about waste of resources here. But better safe than late. Let's have a look at Udayadiyavarman's side here. The barracks is going up before the mill. This is the pre-mill rush for the Bulgarians. And in the Bulgarians' case, if you go rush into feudal aggression, you'll get those instant men-at-arms. So yeah, it could even be kind of a straight men-at-arms here. But first, a few militia in production here. We didn't talk about the civilizations at all, actually, but this is a full-on infantry matchup. Aztecs with Garland Wars unit tech, giving the infantry +5 attack, applying to Jaguar Warriors, Eagle Warriors, any infantry unit. But Bulgarians with Bagains in the Imperial Age, giving all infantry unit, no, swordsman line units plus. Is that also +5 melee? Melee armor or something. It's plus something. So Udayadiyavarman did collect that extra. Did not collect that. What's the cost of bloom? Is it 40 gold or 50 gold? It's 50 gold. Oh, Wolf Rush! Wolf Rush! Unintended, possibly, by Udayadiyavarman here, but. Or maybe it's been the plan all along. Let's have a look. Good old Wolf Rush here, sacrificing the militia, unintentionally or not. This is going to be a pain for Zawisa the Black to deal with, but that nice quick wall there at least keeps the wolves away for now, and they'll eat up the rest of the militia here. Not too much harm done by Udayadiyavarman down there. Dadgum! Indeed. Dadgum! Oh, I can't make that taunt. I tried. So Aztecs getting a slight little beating of the wolves here, and you can't really remove this palisade wall ever. When the berries are depleted here, the wolves will be ready to eat away at the proximate units here. So Zawisa the Black will have to flex some quick wall skills here to prevent the wolves from engaging. How many are those even? There are. That's not 8 wolves. Oh no! Woman! 6 wolves. And she needs to pull back home. Blue might. Yeah, he wants to lure the wolves under the TC so the TC can fire. Map generation. Yeah, such animal cruelty. Someone please tell. Terrible map for blue, says Beowulf, and Beowulf is onto something here. Small woodlands, whereas Udayadiyavarman has 2 lovely back woodlands, back stone, back gold, 4ish gold. And yet with 2 back woodlands here, still going for the front one for some reason. But this is gonna be walled, of course. And keep the aggression at last. Bit of zebra being lured in here, while Zawisa the Black is also going to lure in the last one here. 4 militia for the Aztecs player here. Not too uncommon for Aztecs to go for 1 or 2 extra militias compared to the generic, usually 3 men-at-arms rush. That's because Aztecs start with plus 50 gold and could either go for straight or 22 men-at-arms without mining any extra gold and still afford the upgrade, or go for some extra units packing an extra punch here. So Village if above, but Udayadiyavarman only with the starting scout here and fully walled by the looks of it. Following up the initial pre-mill rush with a stable here. Something that Bulgarians are one of few civilizations that can do. Rush into scouts, I guess Manisivs could do, but Bulgarians, one of the few that can actually do men-at-arms into scouts because of the instant men-at-arms upgrades. Oh, your hotkeys! And while they're talking about the hotkeys here, there's some truth to it. All the players are playing on hidden identities here and playing on a new. They have to set up the hotkeys Again, because it's not their usual account where they have their customized hotkeys. There are ways to import those things, but needs some work, of course. And since you've been given a designated account, it's going to take some effort to get that going. 4 villagers, no less, from Zawisa the Black moving forward here for the Aztecs. Men at Arms, towers, even, maybe, for the Aztecs here. But also the scouts with some counter-aggression here for Udayadiyavarman. Men at Arms, tower, and archers here. As extended feudal age investment for both. The berries about to be depleted. Zawisa the Black manages to salvage the weak villager here. As the numbers of scouts, 4 scouts total for Udayadiyavarman scouts. Scouts and skirms, not bad at all against the archers follow-up that is to come from Zawisa the Black here. Ooh, tower hop! Nice! Nice move from Zawisa the Black. Not going to make much of that though, it's way too close to the town center. And a range now going up for the Bulgarians here. Is it panic time, or is this a well-calculated move for Udayadiyavarman to keep the defensives going behind the walls here? The mill has been compromised here near the barracks. And down goes the house wall to deal with another of the forward towers of Zawisa the Black here, who might even drop a third one here with the villagers forward here to try and contest a woodline, or even better so, the gold to the left hand side here. And why not tower this woodline actually? That's just begging to be towered. Messy game indeed, just the way we like it, but it's Zawisa the Black with the offensive here. 36-37, they're keeping very even village accounts here with that considered. Aztecs, Bulgarians it is. Outpost rush now from the Aztecs by the looks of it. Is it a fake tower? What's the idea here? It's obviously going to provide some vision, so I think that's the reasoning. Lacking of scouting. Wait, I guess not even Town Watch is in here for Zawisa the Black, so the vision not providing too much. Yeah, more outpost. It's not really a point in game to be outpost rushing here. This is just going to aid the scouting and see. Really lacking scouting here for Zawisa the Black. I have to say, this woodline is has been so exposed all along, and the only reason Zawisa the Black didn't tower this initially, I guess, is that it's just not visible in their scouting. Villagers idling out here. Is Zawisa the Black losing the steam here, or is there stuff happening at home that needs attention? The woodlines, the map not doing Zawisa the Black any favors here. Down goes the scout. But Udayadiyavarman behind this, going for the cast stage. No wheelbarrow, obviously, but going up to the cast stage at 39 builders here. Zawisa the Black still missing 350 food-ish to be able to go up. Over to the other side, the towers are being torn down here. Teared down, torn down. That one's down. Not much left of this wood line. These back ones are minuscule at best as well. And another stable for Udayadiyavarman here. Bloodlines on the way in. It's going to be a Knight's follow-up here before Zawisa the Black has even kicked up to the next stage here. Well, the moment I say that Zawisa the Black actually kicks that Castle Age. And scouting on the map, they've both been scouting the middle, of course. What's going on over here? That's just spears and archers returning from battle as the first knight of Udayadiyavarman enters the field. Wheelbarrow going in here to boost that already more than decent farm economy. 18 farms to benefit from Wheelbarrow now. While Zawisa the Black. The tournament has no restarts, by the way, so if you have a shitty map, you're just going to have to play it and go with the aggression like Zawisa the Black rightfully was doing with the Man-at-Arms towers, seeing the enemy being full walled. Cab Archer! Alright, so Scout, Knight, and Cab Archers full on a mix for Udayadiyavarman here, playing different kinds of cavalry units here. Yeah, like the Cab Archers addition, provides some ranged mobility to that could even come in handy to deny the goal on the backside here. Cast Age in for Zawisa the Black, so the Knights aren't able to break through before Cast Age here. Pikemen immediately being tagged, but there's still an opportunity for Udayadiyavarman to focus down the Spearmen before they can become Pikemen here. But this has to be a trap. This has to be a trap. Just one gate to the other side here, and Udayadiyavarman is completely trapped here with Knights. Nope. Yes. No. Gates are weak before they're finished. Cav Archers trying to snipe the Pikemen here, but they have no escape. The Pikemen, however, only have the defense upgrades. And yeah, Udayadiyavarman gets the best trade given the circumstances there. Easy now on the big golden middle. I guess the burial builders will be going over here as well. Ooh. Nice little opening there. Third TC, in fact. Bulgarians town centers, they cost only 50 stones, so you have a much easier time getting your additional town centers up with Bulgarians. Third town center for the Aztec as well, so they're both establishing some middle presence here. Cav Archers to the side here. Just pounding away the house by the looks of it. Udayadiyavarman has established a builder lead here. Must have been earlier with the multiple TC investment here. And so is the Black not in a good spot to provide any counter aggression here. Now 6 to 7 military here, but there are Knights mainly for Udayadiyavarman. Well, Zawisa the Black is taking into Evil Warrior here and getting Squires to boost their speed. Udayadiyavarman is knocking at the door yet again here, trying to break through with just one knight here, and it's just being plain annoying here. Zawisa the Black, where are your... I was going to say where are your monks, but there's very little gold, so I guess it makes sense to preserve that gold until you have more access to the middle. Aztecs are honestly a very solid pick for Golden Pit, especially if you have the middle control. You could just pump out those tanky Aztec monks or whatever comes to mind. Eagle warriors, archers, crossbows, arbalests. But given the nature of the map here, Zawisa the Black being handed worse woodlines, worse gold spots, well, there's one back gold, but the other one is over here, right? So that's outside of the walls. Has to expand earlier and grasp more of that. Let's see. Bulgarian caricatures are more than decent. They're only missing that last armor. They have Thumbering and Parthian tactics and everything. Enter the wolf. Getting towards the end of the 24-hour, right? Yes, there is 9 minutes to go to be exact, Bergman. So we're getting there. $68 to $53 here. Can Aztecs push this back though? The Eagle switch could be some great rates here. Hope it's been good for you. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been amazing support with raids from other streamers and some donations to benefit both the tournament prize pool and well, the upcoming Nomad tournament prize pool and the show match prize pool as well. Cav just to clean up the few eagles that try and enter Udayadiyavarman's base here. Military count 20 to 7 now, 69 villagers to 57. So Udayadiyavarman with the lead here, taking a control over the middle as well, guarding the relics here so as to make sure that the Aztecs can't claim those either, even though that doesn't make too much of a difference if you have some middle control here. Oh. Look at this train of army units here. I have to say, very good hold by Zawisa the Black here as well. This is, although the playing order wasn't in this way, they crashed Arabia, so they had to designate a winner there. I think they, or maybe Arabia was played first, but that was kind of a win that was given before a definite winner had been made. This is the decided game. Let's just call it the decided game, whether it's in the correct order or not. Knights, siege, cavalry archers, a little bit of everything here. Can you recommend a map from today's show match? Honestly, I picked all of them myself, so I like all of them. But depends on your playstyle, I guess. I absolutely like the more open ones myself, so I would prefer Sacred Springs over Desert Void, for example, but I like all of them except Islands as a player. Beowulf is Team Islands by the looks of it. So, Cav Archers doing some work, sniping the pikes here. Eagles trying to get some raids in yet again here, but get cleaned up by the now soon to be fully upgraded Knights of Udayadiyavarman. 20 minutes idleness time for Udayadiyavarman, 17 for the Aztecs player here. They're both putting up a good show here, but look at the villagers being sniped to the side here. Oh, you meant the game they played. GG is called, by the way. Let's give that one to Udayadiyavarman, taking the 2-1 here. Very well played. Forcing the Aztecs on the back foot on their home side here. KD 104 to 40. Economy well ahead for the Bulgarians, of course. Earlier to those multiple DCs. Better army numbers to conclude the game here and the last cast of this session.